In this video we learn how to change the input signal range and how to set the maximum and minimum stroke. We start by connecting to the TA slider via TA dongle and HyTune, of course. And in this case we are connected to TA slider 160 changeover. By clicking on input signal, we can see the current settings or change the settings into the desired ones. So we click on input signal, and then you see now we're in dual range. You will see in control type 3 options, and we'll take proportional first. So then you can set direct or reverse, or change the signal range from 10 to 0 to 0 to 10 volts, or to 2 to 10 volts DC. Now you see there is an error as we are only having 0 volts as an input for the moment. Then in split range we can choose in the low region from 0 to 4.5 or to 4.5, from 2 to 6, and then again an error will pop up, or from 2 to 5.5. If you click on high, then you see we will go to the second half of the 0 to 10 volts range. So we split here, and now the valve is closed until we reach 5 volts, and then it will open or be fully open depending on the direct or reverse setting. Now let's look at the output signal. Here we have the same as the input signal. We can change that, and we have the same options: proportional, split range or dual range. And then again we can set different values for the ranges, or set in low or in high, or direct or reverse again. Now let's look at the stroke limitation. Now we have a limited stroke of 3.28, and the maximum valve stroke is 4.04. This means we have entered our valve into HyTune also. So here, as we have entered the valve, we can change the limited flow immediately or the limited stroke. You see, when I set, for example, 2.5 millimeters, the limit flow becomes 249.4. This is depending on the modulator size that I have entered here. You can change immediately in flow, for example 800 liters. You saw the max and the min values, and then the limited stroke is 3.59 millimeters. Now if I would delete the valve from the settings, so HyTune doesn't know which valve we are connected to, then you will see that the only option we have got is to set the stroke limitation in millimeters, of course, and not in flow. So there you see what the maximum values are, what the detected valve stroke is, and we can set the limited stroke. Now if we look at minimum stroke, here the same, we have 0 millimeters as minimum now, but if we reset the correct valve, a TM modulator DN15 here in this case, or a 20, let's set it to 20. Then if you look at stroke limitation again, and we take minimum stroke, you see that I can enter the minimum value of the flow. So 100 liters for example, and then the limited stroke at minimum, so the minimum stroke becomes 1.60. Always persist changes in the actuator, so save your changes in the actuator, and then click on OK when it's done. To see how we have set the current settings, we can generate a PDF report. You just simply click on generate PDF report, and you name it, for example here with test, and then you see the settings we have changed or we have entered in input signal, in output signal, and all other settings in one overview. Voila, like here.